Hello, I'm Jim Walters, one of the leaders of Mission98.org, an online digital resource center for multi-housing ministry. Multi-housing ministry is a broad term that describes efforts by churches and volunteer teams to take the gospel out to people who live in multifamily housing communities. The goal is to provide care and ministry right on the properties, essentially bringing the church to them in practical and powerful ways. Research shows that in 2023, an astounding 37% of the American population lives in multifamily housing, including apartments, townhomes, condos, mobile home parks, low-income housing, high-rise apartments, active retirement homes, and more. And for reasons we'll discuss later, the percentages of these people in community do not connect with local churches as much as people who live in single-family homes. In low-income subsidized housing, the percentage of people who can even name the name of a local church drops as low as 2%. The other 98% have no connection at all to a church. For this reason, our ministry name is Mission 98, and we tend to stand in the gap. So going out to reach these people is nothing but hard work. And the truth be told, this is not a church growth strategy per se. No, this is missions, pure and simple. But we can see at least 5 reasons why churches should pursue this work and why they do it and why they find it very satisfying. Number 1, we as the global church of Jesus are called to go and do and share. God's favorite word may be go. The New Testament repeatedly says go, go, go. The only time it says wait here and don't go was in Acts chapter 1, when the first believers had to wait for the power of the Holy Spirit in order to be able to go. Well, we have that power today, so let's go. Number 2, God is worthy of the worship of the people who live in multi-housing communities. The issue is not, are they worthy of our attention? Really, it's not. The fact is, these are people for whom Christ died, and they are worthy of our efforts to help them know and trust Christ because He deserves their worship. Yet a very high percentage of them are not yet in a local church building on Sunday. So let's take the gospel right to their doorstep. Instead of bringing the people to church, let's bring the church to the people. Now those 2 reasons, our calling to go and why we should go, really answer that question. Why do we do multi-housing ministry? But there also are benefits to the church. Multi-housing ministry expands your church's reach. It helps you impact your own community. And often, multi-housing ministry is a primary contact that a church has with the poor. And we know that working with the poor and helping the poor is near to the heart of God. You might ask, well, why don't these people just come to the church service? First, they don't know anybody there at church. Second, a lot of people would feel out of place or uncomfortable. They might not be sure what to expect or what to wear or when to come. They're not sure that they would be received and welcome if they just walk into an unfamiliar setting. Number 4, this is a great way to build up your own disciples. It gives people experience as if they were on a mission trip, but instead of being across the planet, they're just across the town. Sometimes they're just across the street. And they will be stretched, and they will learn new skills and have new experiences in ministry, and they will make new friends. An interesting point here is that not everyone is suited to serve inside the church building. Some people are actually better suited and more motivated to serve outside the church building, and multi-housing ministry provides them that place. In effect, this involvement of your church creates job opportunities for volunteers who without this avenue of service might just be warming a pew. And the 5th reason is doing multi-housing ministry simply raises the spiritual temperature of your church. I experienced this in both churches where I served as pastor over many years. We were demonstrating the great commandment by loving our neighbors. People in our church were inspired by the stories that were coming back from the multi-housing ministry. In fact, I am convinced that by being unselfishly involved in reaching and ministering to people who were not likely to ever come and join in our building, God sent other people to our building, great people, people who fit into our church. Seriously, we all know this. You cannot outgive God. This is an area where you go out and give and God rewards you. It's an area where you will get to see God at work and experience blessings and benefits. As my personal friend Rick Warren once said, a great commitment to the great commandment and the great commission will make a great church. Thank you for listening in. For more information, go to mission98.org.